Hey there, Bachelor fans! Welcome to M Angel Says. I'm M Angel, and we are recapping the finale of The Bachelorette, Hannah's saison. What a finale! My goodness. Whew! Roller coaster of emotions, hopes, despair, betrayal, joy, sadness. I felt it all, and I'm sure she did too. So let's talk about it. We start with this very weird, superficial montage of Hannah, who's talking about the two men in her life. She's got the protector, the provider, Tyler, on one hand, and then her bestie, the friend, the guy she can goof off with, be herself with, who is Jed. And on her way to breaking one of the two's hearts, Mama says, "Stop the car, I can't do this." They made it more of a scene than it was. What did no other Bachelor or Bachelorette in the history of this show need a moment to stop the car and deal with their anxiety? She gets out of the car and she just walks away. She needs to walk, she needs to breathe, she needs to think about this because it's a huge decision. Although it's not that huge because, hello, it's an engagement. It's not an actual wedding. And a lot of people get engaged on the show and then they break up later. But I get it. You have the pressure of everybody's watching you in the nation, making a commitment in front of people. There's a sense of embarrassment if it falls apart. I can understand that being an added pressure. So she has doubts and feelings, and she goes for a walk. She slides, and falls. Producer comes to say, "Are you okay?" and all that, probably talking her into coming back. Mama had a smile on her face the whole time. I don't know if all of this was just staged because she didn't look bothered, or she's pretending that she's okay because Hannah does that, put that smile on her face I scratched my elbow. Could someone do something about that? Instead of being like, "No, nothing is okay. I don't know what to do. I scratched my elbow. And I have to go and do this. I can't. She really didn't look worried. She was just like, "I can't." So the first person to come to the chopping block, of course, is Tyler. Because we all know who she has a connection with. And it's Jed. They said it would be cringe-worthy proposal. It was not. I'm sorry. All of this was marketing puffery. He basically goes into a speech. He launches into a beautiful wedding proposal speech. She didn't even have to say anything. She just shook her head and frowned. He knew it was coming. He bit his lip, and then she proceeds to tell him, "I'm sorry, I'm in love with someone else." And it's hard to read Tyler because he's so introverted with his emotions, but you could see in his eyes there was disappointment there. My mama fully believes that all three of them are actors. I don't know though, because they still want some authentic reactions, and it's best to make Tyler have his producer make him think that he's the one until the end, even though even the producers know that she's gonna pick Jed. You know what I mean? Anyhow, she sends Tyler off. She doesn't seem depressed. Remember the way she was crying for Peter? Where are them tears now? Where's that sadness now? Okay, this was done. It was in her list of to-dos for today. Now I have to go and get married to other boy. Engaged, sorry. Then Jed arrives with his guitar, of course, because every opportunity is an opportunity for promotional purposes. Nobody's a musician, I get it. I would want to sing for my man too. I'm a singer, and that's how I express love, is through my art. No, but I was like, oh no, he's gonna sing. He's a great songwriter. Maybe he should consider that. That's all I'm gonna say. And even Hannah was like, oh, yay, that was nice. But I'm not here to judge and criticize. It's not American Idol. So moving on. She goes into expressing that she's in love with him, and she got the feels, and he's the one. So he gets down on that knee, finally, and he proposes to our girl, Hannah. Yay! Or so we thought. I love the little dance they did when they're like, You see, that personal connection they have. In French, it's called complicité. And in English, the translation is complicity, but I've never heard anyone say that in my life. Complicité, it's like your partner in crime, your bestie, your ride or die, your bae. So then we go back to the studio, and then it's like, oh yeah, everything seemed rosy, and these two are engaged, but dun dun dun. They show a montage of how the moments after, I'm sorry, it looked like they filmed all of these shots the 2-3 days after they were engaged. They're spending time together, he's singing songs for her. The cameras are still always present. And then bombshell, drama, TMZ mess, of course. Seems Jed had a girlfriend before leaving, and she didn't know that he was gonna, actually fall for someone else. She was expecting him to come back to her afterwards. So he lied about his feelings. He lied about his past. And then Hannah says she finds out about all this and she's confused. She kind of gets pieces of information from Jed, but doesn't seem to be forthcoming in his truth. So she's gonna confront him on camera. And then we are subjected to the most fake. Nothing about it was credible. I don't know about you, but it just wasn't believable. She doesn't even know where to begin because obviously they've already had this conversation. Later on, live, she even tells Chris, she found out about it or whatever. They talked about it. They were together. And then she read the article later on and it had more information than what he had previously expressed. I'm sure they've had the talks because she said she cried, she screamed. She was hysterical probably. So she had already gone through the motions of processing this information and probably confronting him about it. And now she has to do it again on camera for Bachelor Nation. So it was like fake. Her indignation and her Jed, Jed, so fake. Wow. There was a moment though when she was upset with him. This is a fake argument based on real events, right? Just like a horror movie based on true events. And then she remembered something else that she hadn't talked to Jed about, and then she got real pissed. One other thing that I'm thinking about right now, the fact that you told your friends that you won, instead of saying that you're engaged or you found love, he won the show, that pissed her off. Rightfully so. She says, yeah, I know people talk like that, but in light of all of this, little bits and pieces adding up, nah brah, not cool. She needed to remember that to be like, you know what? That is the last straw. He's trying to explain himself that they weren't dating in his mind. To be honest, I even think Hannah, it doesn't think it's a problem. What she has a problem with is the way he handled the situation. Not the fact that he left a woman before coming on the show. She says it was a bit distasteful that it was just days, hours, who cares? Before he got on the show, he was like sending love notes and saying, I love you to this girl. I don't think that bothered her as much as the fact that he wasn't forthcoming. He didn't get ahead of it. And he wasn't full in his explanations. Yeah, so we went on a few dates. She met my friends. Then she met my family. Then she threw me a surprise birthday party. She invited all my friends. We went on vacation together. It was a birthday gift from her parents for me. And it was on her birthday. And then we said, I love you. And I said it many times to her. And we were just seeing each other casually. It's like, oh my God. Jed. Wow, this poor girl who clearly was in a relationship with this boy, but he clearly was not in a relationship with her. Or he's saying that now to save his butt. And then I'm just like, are all guys this clueless? Or what? I dated someone who later on, in front of his friends, introduced me as an old friend. And I was like, old friend? What? Boy, you see me all kinds of naked. How am I an old friend? But sure. I guess for him it was not dating. For me it was. Clarity, conversations, clearing conversations are important. I understand the girl who was left behind because she literally got a love note from him saying, I love you and wait for me. I'll be back with a career after this. WTF. Then she watches the season. It must have been like head exploding. What? He's actually falling for this woman. I don't understand it. Is this all acting? What about what we had? The fact that Jed wasn't clear about it, it makes it look like sketchy, schemy. It's disrespectful to, like Hannah said, to the girl that he left behind. It's disrespectful to Hannah. And it just makes him look shadier. The fact that he couldn't be clear. She walks away from him. That also didn't feel real. It felt like she didn't want to take a break from the acting. Not from the situation. She takes her ring off and tells him, I can't accept this engagement anymore because it's based on a lie. We can't move forward like this. And she's right. I think that Jed was a coward in the way he handled everything. I'm not sure what his angle was, except pure selfishness, I guess. He just wanted whatever he wanted. He doesn't seem like a selfish guy, which is why it's strange, but I don't really know him like that, and none of us do. It's editing, it's TV. So as much as we feel like we know a person, we do not. It just seems very lèche, as you say in French. Very lame, very selfish, very cowardly. And those aren't very attractive traits. He could have easily said to her, even in fantasy suites, you know that time when you're alone together, be like, you know what? I'm just going to be very clear with you. I did not come for you. I came on this show because it's on TV. Who falls in love on TV? Come on. I didn't mean to disrespect you. I would expect you to also be here for fame, for fortune, for money, not to find a husband. I didn't know it would actually be you, a person who's actually taking this process seriously, who is forthcoming with who she is, upfront, honest, authentic. You can't expect that from a reality TV. It's not the norm. I was with someone before coming here. I don't know exactly where it was going, but it was definitely building into something pretty damn serious. But then I didn't realize that I would meet you and fall completely head over heels for you. And since we don't have contact with the outside world, I can't really end things, break it off officially with the woman I was seeing. But I want you to know that she's out there and that information might come out. But I want you to understand everything I feel for you is real, 100%. I am very, very honest when I say I love you and I want to start a life with you, and I didn't expect to meet my person on a reality show. See how easy that was? One conversation wraps everything up. And Hannah would have been like, oh, it's so romantic, you know, like if she's like me, and she is in many ways, I would just be hypnotized by the Disney of it all. He didn't expect to fall in love with me, but I'm the one, so he couldn't help those feelings. And it's like, homeboy, you lost. You lost. He needs to work on himself. Hannah Barbie in the studio with Chris. Back to the episode, right? She is acting so weird when she comes out on stage and talks to Chris. She's almost bugging, like, I'm trying to be perfect, but I have feelings based on what I just saw. So sometimes she's smiling, sometimes she's serious. I don't know what is up with, just wanted to comment on that jewel encrusted pizza slice on her ear. It's original. Jed comes out. Mama is cold. Woo! Her face is stern as he's explaining things and going back on, I'm sorry this and I'm sorry that and I still love you this and you still mad at that. Okay, cool. Solid. They both address that Bachelor Nation has been wretched towards him, his family, and I agree that that's the unfortunate part. The audience reaction, how people have probably treated him and attacked his family. Mind your business, people. Y'all are really, really bored. To go out and seek these people out for rumors, like, what is your business? I know I'm out here talking about them, but I'm just talking about a TV show as a TV show. If you care that much to write hateful things, it's clearly because A, you've been hurt by somebody in a similar situation and you need to go to a therapist and deal with what happened to you. That's the only thing I can think of, actually, really. It's your issues. You're bringing your issues to the table. Mind your business. I just wanted to say that as a public service announcement, really. People, be nicer to each other, especially online. Mind your business, that's all. Mind your business. He says he's still in love with her. She finally breaks down, shows emotions. All fine and dandy that he's dealt with this and he's apologized and he's moved on and he still wants to be with her, but her feelings have changed. How can it not? This information makes her see him in a different light. He's not a very honest person and he doesn't have the courage to be an honest person. And that is a very, very worrisome trait in a person. And she wants to be in a relationship that starts off smooth. Then they talk about Tyler coming out because, you know, in all of this mess, we forgot about Tyler. No one ever forgot about Tyler. She's all giddy and giggly like, yeah, he's been a support system up until now, like after the show. Obviously, these people talk to each other. He has her number. I am sure Tyler was in her DMs talking her through this, being the cocoam that he is. And Chris is just like, side-eyeing your girl like, Hannah, you sure you don't want to tell us a little something about what happened in them DMs? He's just like, what? She's almost annoyed, like, God, you're being really immature and annoying right now. I know you want to pull some gossip out of me, like Andy Cohen, but this is not that. This is ABC, so calm down. Tyler comes out. Hey, girl, what's up, girl? Like he usually is with his thug appeal that makes me melt inside. Look at her. She's all shy and holding herself around him, just like, I don't know how to act. He's like beautiful and amazing. And his giant self tries to sit on that small ass couch. He's so cute. He explains how he really did feel things for her and he was really caught up and so giddy the day he was going to propose to her. And you can really tell in his body language and his facial expressions that he really did have a connection with her. So he's authentically into her. Anyhow, yes, Tyler is a star because Tyler is perfection. Hannah gets bold. I like bold people. I'm a bold woman. I'm single out here. You're an attractive man. That's what's up. I thought she was going to end it there and open the door for him to be like, would you like to have dinner sometime? But no, she was just like, you know what? I'm an entrepreneurial woman. I'm going to do this myself. Would you like to just grab a coffee and hang out? He said, girl, Hell yeah, I would. Name the time, anytime, any place. I'm there. I'm down. Hey, Thug Appeal. Oh. Chris has to make things, official and headliney. So he's like, wait, just make things clear. We're having a go at this? Like, is this happening? His eyes glistening like, oh my God, I'm going to get a bonus just for, making things happen on stage. We're going to try to do this like normal people because your way, y'all's way, mess. Y'all had your intentions for the show and it was drama and ratings and viewers and money. I had my intentions for my life and my romantic life, and they don't align as well as I thought they would. That's how we end this fairy tale. Basically, Pocahontas tried to marry John Smith. Drama ensued. John Smith leaves on the boat, leaves Pocahontas behind. She finds out he had a wife back in England. Coco never got shot in my version. So she goes down to sit with some cornbread. She's just eating by the river. And Coco comes to sit next to her, and he's just like, girl, man, we've been through a lot with them white people. And she's like, yeah, you know what? Would you like to just like go and pick some corn with me someday and just like chill, hang out on the cliff edge and look at the colors in the wind shit together? Girl, I thought you would never ask. Duh. The end. Yes, it was very anticlimactic in romance parlance. And it just made me feel a lot of things and think a lot of things. Because like Hannah, I was also grown and fed Disney. So we have this very glamorized perception of love and how it's supposed to happen and how we wish it would happen. We're millennials, so we believe we all deserve the love we want, right? And then you're like, life, And those great loves usually sneak up on people. The people who have those great loves, yeah. It's like that coworker that you've been working with for a while that you got to know that you actually kind of like, but not really. But then actually surprises you, and over time you learn to love them. It's that guy that you met randomly or through a friend at a house party. You met someone that thought was cute. You saw each other a few times. Hey, you're actually hitting it off, and before you know it, you're in love. The high school sweetheart that was always a friend and then became something more. It's the family friend that you've seen for decades and you never thought much about them, and then one day you guys are hanging out and you kind of see them in a different light, and all of a sudden you guys are like, hey, you want to go catch a movie Friday or something? Yeah, okay, sure, why not? But as a screenwriter, it's very tough for me to say that's gonna be my story. I want the enchantment. I deserve the enchantment because I believe in the enchantment. I'm not out here like every regular old person who doesn't believe in love and who doesn't believe in fairy tales. I do. Thus, I deserve. Thus, I've decided I will wait patiently. Actually, I wanted to share that with you. I'm in such a good place right now, emotionally and in myself. I'm like, I love myself in a way that I have not loved myself in a long time before. And I just wanted to share with you how amazing it feels. I know I'm speaking in a very like ironic way, but I'm dead serious. I still believe in love and I'm still gonna wait for it. And I'm not saying that Hannah's gonna end up with Tyler. And if they do, that would still be cute, right? Because I mean, both families love each other. They had this amazing relationship during The Bachelor. There was nothing, The Bachelorette, there was nothing to point at and say, wow, these two aren't getting along. If anything, it just felt like Hannah didn't believe in Tyler because he was too good to be true. So she had reservations about him. But maybe their relationship actually needs to grow. And with time, they will be very, very solid because they have all of the building blocks. And that's kind of exciting when you think about it. You don't really want to jump into a relationship that's perfect off the bat, right? That's too much pressure. People change over time. So if you guys are perfect now, the moment one of you changes, that changes the whole equation. And it's no longer perfect. Perfect is a strong word. Perfect for you. You know what I mean? I don't know about you. I'm changing all the time. So what's perfect for me, what was perfect for me a week ago, just a week ago, has changed since I've come to new realizations and learned more about myself, right? All that to say, she didn't find a storybook ending on The Bachelorette. She might find it in life. She might end up with Tyler, she might not. Who knows? Hannah is on a journey. This has been a great opportunity for growth and self-discovery for her. She's going to move forward very confident and way more sure about what she wants. And she's in a great place to line up with someone who will actually give her what she wants, as long as she keeps loving herself the way she's grown to. I have no doubts that she will find her storybook fairy tale ending because she believes in it and she deserves it. She really does. She's Sweet. I want to bring back the topic of the families getting along. For the longest time, my mom has told me when parents disapprove, it's a clear sign that these two children aren't meant to be together. And that was the case for my previous relationship. But I was like, but the parents of my partner didn't approve of our relationship because of racism. Racism and religiosism, I don't know what the word is, but I wasn't Muslim and I wasn't white or Arab. So it's like, does that count? Do you give parents that much importance in your relationship when their reasons for you guys not being together can be so against everything you believe in? You know what I mean? What if your parents don't want you to be with the love of your life because you're gay? Or in Hannah's case, they want to see you with someone who has money and you're like, I want to be with someone who loves me. Hello. That's the first most important. I don't want to be with someone for their bank account. What's wrong with you? Like building a life with somebody, sure, financials are a part, but love is way more important. And love, when I say love, I mean self-love and love for the other person. But then again, I've seen so many examples in my life. The parents didn't approve and the relationship ended up falling apart. So now the parents feel vindicated. Like, haha, told you so. We knew it. It wasn't meant to be. But then you think about most relationships are bound to fail. So I feel like the fact that parents aren't on board and they express their concerns about a potential future that hasn't come to be yet, that negative energy, them putting themselves as a roadblock inside of a relationship, increases the probabilities of that relationship falling apart so much. And it's like no telling where the relationship would be if you guys actually were supportive and mentors the way parents are supposed to be. So I'm not saying all parental disapproval is unfounded. I guess I'm saying it depends what kind of parental disapproval. Because yes, parents want the best for their kids. It comes from a place of protection. However, they also want the best for their kids based on what they think is best for themselves. So it's always selfish in the end. As selfless as it is, it's selfish. Because what's best for me may not be best for you. And some people, because parents are people, they can't see past what they think is best and their biases and preferences. Ugh, stupid life. Nothing is black and white. All I know is that I've worked on myself and that's what I needed to do. And that's what everybody needs to do. Regardless of the relationship, the first most important relationship you need to be in is the one with yourself. And if you are in true alignment with yourself, you're going to make better decisions. You're going to attract better relationships, be it friendships, lovers, partnerships, work relations, all of it. To wrap things up, all this to say, as long as you proceed in life from a place of love and self-respect and respect of others, you can't go wrong. I would love your opinion because these are evolving topics. These are topics that are important in life, right? So I would love to hear from you. What are your thoughts and feelings about this topic, these matters, about parental approval, about fairy tale romance, about self-love and self-care, about wanting relationships versus wanting a career, because that's also a topic. Anyway, so fun. Our journey came to an end. Peter is single. That's what matters. I don't know. He might be. Actually, might not be. And Hannah's out here dating Tyler. Woohoo! Yippity skippity. All is well that ends well. Bachelor in Paradise is starting. It's the summer. People are happy. It's warm in Paris. I am happy too. I love you so much for spending this time with me. Thank you so much for watching. And I cannot wait to see you for the next review, reaction, recaps. Also, if you'll be following Bachelor in Paradise like I will, and you would like a post conversation with me, please do send your questions and comments on Instagram at mangelsays. You can follow me there. Facebook and Twitter, you can follow me too, but I don't really check up on them. So I'm sending you a lot of love and a lot of kisses. I thank you so much for watching. Like this video before you go. Subscribe to Angel Says if you haven't already, so you can keep up with the rest of the content coming soon. I have so many vlogs to edit. I know I'm getting personal here, but I have so many vlogs to edit and I hope to edit them because they are saucy and they are personal and they are fun. They are travel vlogs, but they're more like personal journals, like diaries. I'm just basically telling you about my love life. Let me know if you're also interested in that. All right, I will release you now. I've said enough. Thank you so much for watching. I had so much fun. Have a great day.